From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
The debate over national security and Apple hacking hits home in Arizona. One county department says bye-bye to iPhones.
I've known them for a long time. It's like 6 years. So it's pretty much like family now.
Find out how soccer is making the transition to the United States easier for refugees.
And the medical field may have found a breakthrough in reconstructive surgery. We'll see how one doctor is using 3D printers to change lives.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Zach Potleb.
And I'm Amber Kawaji. Thanks for joining us. The debate over whether Apple should unlock iPhones for the federal government hits Arizona today.
Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery announced today that iPhones will no longer be used in his office. Reporter James Ulrich has the motive and reaction to this move.
County Attorney Bill Montgomery says iPhones will no longer be bought to replace or upgrade phones for his department. He cited Apple's refusal to unlock phones used in crimes like the San Bernardino shootings as the reason not to buy Apple phones. The people who work here at the Maricopa County Attorney's Office will soon be weaning themselves from their iPhones, according to their boss.
If an employee currently has an iPhone, they can keep it. But when they get to a point where they either need a replacement or want an upgrade, an iPhone will not be an option.
His decision comes after the San Bernardino shootings last December, which started a fight between Apple and the FBI. Apple has refused to comply with the FBI's request for encryption codes for the shooter's phone.
I could not in good conscience, as the head of a law enforcement agency, continue to use their products as we have in the past.
This debate has sparked protests around the nation.
First your phone, then your home. First your phone, then your home.
U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch says Apple's defiance goes against a long-standing principle in the justice system.
We owe it to the victims and to the public whose safety we must protect to ensure that we have done everything under the law to fully investigate terrorist attacks on American soil.
Many tech companies are siding with Apple, but Microsoft founder Bill Gates thinks otherwise.
You shouldn't call the access some special thing. It's no different than, have anybody ever been able to tell the phone company to get information.
New employees at the Maricopa County Attorney's Office will not be able to choose an iPhone as a smartphone option. Montgomery told me access to the shooter's iPhone is critical to keeping the public safe because text and photos may provide additional leads about terrorism threats. In the broadcast center, I'm James Ulrich, Cronkite News.
And an update in the case that's leading to questions about the iPhone. Apple is pushing to have the hack debate settled in Congress, where they have considerably more influence. This is in response to the FBI's request for Apple to hack into a phone involved with the San Bernardino attack.
Cybersecurity is an ongoing discussion in the nation's capital, and a proposed major budget increase to fight online risks is causing waves. Washington Bureau reporter Wafa Shahid has the details.
President Obama wants to spend $19 billion on cybersecurity next year. That's a 35% increase than this year's budget. Tech companies say it's about time.
And as the president said, it's almost like the government's playing Atari while the rest of the world's playing Xbox. Same thing in security. It's a chance for the federal government to begin to catch up.
It's also a business opportunity for the tech industry.
The government's the largest buyer out there. The government doesn't necessarily build anything.
Bishop Fox, a cybersecurity company in Phoenix, also thinks it's about time to start investing more in cybersecurity.
So it's going to help out the security industry as a whole, and Bishop Fox is part of that.
That sort of public and private sector collaboration was one of the topics discussed at a New America panel where experts spoke about Obama's proposed cybersecurity plan.
Ones and zeros. One is light, zero is not light.
The national plan for cybersecurity is just part of the story. State plans are also being advocated for.
How is the state, from a cybersecurity perspective, collaborating with their local utilities?
But Ghosh thinks this plan is a great place to start leading the way.
The fact that the president said we need to start here in the federal space first is great leadership for the rest of the nation.
The $19 billion plan is part of Obama's 2017 proposed budget. And one of the goals mentioned is shaping a cyber-savvy workforce and moving beyond passwords in partnership with the private sector. In Washington, I'm Wafa Shahid, Cronkite News.
And the University of Arizona is establishing a new center on digital studies. But with the center comes concerns over data privacy. The Academic Center will focus on issues surrounding digital technology, but some are concerned over the digitizing of information and personal privacy. School officials say the center will help bridge the gap between academic disciplines and create community projects and research grants.
There's a huge need for what's called middle skill workers, jobs that often require less than a bachelor's degree but more than a high school diploma. Funding for career technical education programs that train those types of workers was cut by the state legislature in 2010. But Aziz Zhang reports those programs are about to get back in the black.
The person cheering is Arizona Senate Minority Leader Katie Hobbs, and the reason is a little more than winning this game at CTE Day at the Bolin Memorial Park. Last week, nearly $30 million were put back to career technical education funding by Governor Doug Ducey.
I'm glad he saw the light and decided that we needed to save these programs.
Programs that some high school students like Catherine Leon see as their future.
It's incredibly valuable to students. I wouldn't be near where I am today without my CTE class.
Career technical education prepares students who'd like to pursue jobs like mechanics or in low-level finance. Since 2010, more than half of all job openings in Arizona fall into this middle skill category, according to National Skills Coalition. Universal Technical Institute, or UTI, is one of the few institutions in Arizona that provide training for people to become modern mechanics.
It's not just as simple as going out and swapping out parts. You have to be able to diagnose electrical issues and do the appropriate repairs to vehicles.
According to UTI, today's cars have more computing power than the system that guided Apollo astronauts to the moon. This requires service technician at your car repair stop to be knowledgeable in science and technology. And the demand for those skilled people remains high.
We need technicians. We need technicians. If I had 4 technicians apply today, I'd hire them on the spot.
Bergstrom says he also looks for people who have strong English and writing skills. In Phoenix, Zi Zheng, Cronkite News.
The costs of programs at UTI range from $21,000 to $31,000. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, median pay for automotive service technicians in 2014 was roughly $37,000 a year.
U.S. Senator John McCain calls President Barack Obama's plan to close the military prison at Guantanamo Bay dead on arrival.
But right now, we really have nothing but an eight-page document of facts rather than a specific plan, and therefore I would suggest the prospects of any real action by the Congress of the United States is exceedingly dim.
McCain was joined by fellow Republican Senators Kelly Ayotte and Lindsey Graham just one day after the White House released the plan. The closure could result in some terrorism suspects being transferred to maximum security prisons across the U.S.
Less than a week from Super Tuesday, Republican candidate John Kasich is not giving up. Despite his poor finish in Nevada and low delegate count, Kasich says there is no chance he will drop out of the race. He says those urging him to drop out need to, quote, chill out because there is a long way to go until the nomination. Meanwhile, frontrunner Donald Trump won his third straight caucus, taking in 45% of the Nevada vote. Senator Marco Rubio followed him with about 24%, while Senator Ted Cruz came in behind Rubio with around 21% of the vote. Trump now has a total of 82 delegates, well above both Rubio and Cruz's 17. And on the other side of the political spectrum, the gap between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton expands. Hillary Clinton took home 52.6% of the vote in Nevada, bringing her delegate count to 503. With a 47.3% of the vote, Sanders received 15 delegates, bringing his total to 70. The delegate counts do include superdelegates who have the choice on which candidate to support.
It's no secret that the political race is dividing the nation, but for refugees throughout the country, that divide goes deeper than just politics. But here in Arizona, some of those refugees are finding a home field advantage that's bringing their community together. Reporter Anthony Marroquin met with a Phoenix soccer club whose players are everything except local.
Imagine being forced out of your home and into a place where you don't even know the language. That's what refugees go through every day, and oftentimes it's without anything to remind them of where they're from. Most of the time, all refugees have left is a love for a ball and a field.
Akili Edelman is from Tanzania. Leitu
from Thailand, and Abraham Garnica was born to immigrant parents.
Everybody brings their different, I think, kind of forms of playing.
They're all part of the self-named AC Milan Soccer Club in Phoenix, which is primarily made up of refugee players. To them, there's nothing better than going out to start a game of shirts against skins.
The feeling of playing soccer is like the world to me.
For many refugees, adapting to a new country can be tough.
It's kind of difficult for me because I really don't know that much English.
But you don't have to be fluent in any language to pass the ball.
Being part of the team is feel good about me to be with them.
Soccer is so powerful that it even helped stop the Ivory Coast Civil War in 2005. Here at home, it hasn't done quite that, but it is a force that helps unify people regardless of their background. When Akili Edmond first got to the U.S., he said it was like a new world.
When I first got here, I was all shy and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anybody.
It was the sport of soccer that finally helped him feel like he belonged.
Approximately all of my friends are from soccer.
Here, under the park lights, everyone is part of the same team.
I've known them for a long time. It's like 6 years. So it's pretty much like family now.
A family from all over the world. AC Milan is part of a string of sister clubs that together have over 100 players. 95% of those players are refugees. Live from downtown Phoenix, I'm Anthony Marroquin, Cronkite News.
Going to college can be tough. Returning to college later on in life can be even tougher.
Coming up on Cronkite News, hear from one Valley woman who made it her mission to encourage women to return to school.
He was a track and field legend, why the legacy of four-time Olympic gold medalist Jesse Owens continues to live on in Arizona.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
For only the third time in the award's 74-year history, a Phoenix-based news operation wins the prestigious Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award for Excellence in Broadcast Journalism. And this year, that news operation is Cronkite News, the news division of Arizona PBS, honored for its work on the groundbreaking documentary, Hooked, tracking heroin's hold on Arizona. Cronkite News at Arizona PBS, award-winning journalism you can count on from the station you trust.
Cronkite News is continuing our mission to recognize African-American community leaders this month.
Tonight, reporter Brandy Henry tells us how one West Valley woman is empowering women with a path to re-enter college.
When you think of college, you think of teens and young adults on their way to a higher education. But many undergraduates are actually students re-entering college. That's where a woman named Janet Denson is stepping in to help.
What a blessing that was, just to be able to encourage them and to let them know that they're okay. They can make it in spite of everything. They have another chance.
Janet Denson does many things, including caring for her elderly father, as well as training others to care for other people who are aging. But it's her work helping young women return to college that inspires her the most.
Those are the type of things I enjoy doing, helping people, helping women to succeed.
She does this through her nonprofit organization called Love Images.
For the past 7 years, we've had scholarships made available to women who were going back to school to finish their degree or to go to school to start their degree as a 25 and above female.
Attending college for the first time is already a big financial investment. One of these students' biggest issues is finding enough financial aid so they can finish their degree.
I had a young lady who received just in time to pay her tuition to continue with her nursing degree, master's degree. Since then, she has completed that and is now working on her doctorate in nursing.
That young lady was Delana Gardner.
I was very nervous. I felt intimidated. Initially, I had been out of school for a while. I didn't really know what the atmosphere was going to be like. And initially, I had to visit the campus, although it was an online program.
A deeply religious woman, Denton says she does her work in the name of God.
Well, I'm a person where I just have a spirit of help, giving, and that type of thing.
So far, Denton has helped at least 7 women return to college. One is now a psychologist. Another is pursuing a PhD in social work. I'm Brandy Henry, Cronkite News.
Many people don't know that Jesse Owens spent his final years here in Arizona.
And now his medals are inspiring others to fight for their goals. The nutrition coach at Chaparral High School is the keeper of those medals. They were given to Jerry Van Gass by Owens' daughters. They asked him to show the medals to young track and field athletes. Jesse Owens won these gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin, Germany. Van Gass wants to restore his legacy and name in the Phoenix area.
Everywhere I go, he's been. His influence has been everywhere in the valley, and yet in his biography, there's one sentence that he passed away here.
Jesse Owens lived in Arizona for 9 years before passing away back in 1980.
Van Gass is making these efforts in order to restore Owens' legacy here in Arizona. Patients with severe medical conditions sometimes can't afford the time it takes to get help.
Hours of driving could even worsen their health. Coming up on Cronkite News, why one group of volunteers has decided to use their pilot's license for a good cause.
There's a new technology being used in the medical field. I'll tell you what that is coming up.
In the middle of rather a drama.
I've been thinking about the circumstances of the crime and the nature of love.
It's romantic, is it? Isn't it?
Seems to me as if the answer is right in front of you.
I'm a high-functioning sociopath. You are being irrational.
Need to go.
Will you do a blood test?
No.
You want to hit me now?
Do you think that makes me a wicked woman, sister?
Will the prisoner rise?
There is only one thing
I would like. Pain.
Sex?
Heartbreak.
Or love? Oh, yummy.
Stop it! Papa? Is everything all right in there?
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost anything, and you decide what you want to express with PBS.
Modern medicine is playing catch up to the smartphone when it comes to patient care, but it's not for lack of technology. Reporter Ben Brown tells us of a new Senate bill that could enhance telemedicine.
So here's a really good one, nice and brown, and everything around it looks really good.
Scottsdale dermatologist Richard Averett is conducting a routine skin examination via telemedicine.
I can look at all these other brown spots. I could see what we call the Langerhans lines.
And he would do many more if he were reimbursed for his time.
Could you imagine if we could do 25 or 30,000 telemedicine visits a year because they didn't require brick and mortar?
That get biopsied. That should be biopsied.
The ability to diagnose patients remotely without meeting face-to-face has been around for about 40 years. However, it has yet to become common practice here in Arizona because only doctors who treat patients in rural areas are getting Tucson. And here in Metro Phoenix, doctors would get paid because patients would be eligible for reimbursement for Scottsdale-based Global Med is one of the largest distributors of telemedicine equipment.
Doctors want to be reimbursed. They are small businessmen. If they aren't reimbursed, well, they're not involved in that particular area of a practice. Telemedicine, if it's will become a focus for physicians,
including doctors at the Arizona Burn Center.
It does have its better than a phone call. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and I do believe that's true when it comes to telemedicine.
Doctors say telemedicine could save money, time. In Phoenix, Ben Brown, Cronkite News.
Ask the Senate.
For patients far from their care providers, traveling to receive the care they need is not always easy. For patients with life-threatening illnesses, long-distance travel can be detrimental toward their health. Chloe Norquist has how a volunteer-based pilot program is helping the medical patients get from their home to the doctor's office.
Time to help those who need a ride, including longtime pilot Dennis Phelan of Goodyear.
We're going to fly a mission today. We'll pick up a husband and team and bring him back, participate in his cancer treatment.
Dennis Phelan is a volunteer pilot
hundreds across bordering states.
Today, Phelan is flying and his list will be under. Phelan has been with Angel Flight for 6 years now and continues doing what he does because of the satisfaction he receives from transporting.
I would encourage as many people $1 hamburger. You'll get a lot.
That's Phelan. In the 1980s.
How, for the first time, for the first time here in the Valley, a plastic surgeon will be using new 3D printing technology in reconstructive surgery. Cronkite News reporter Lauren Michaels met with a patient and doctor to find out how this technology works.
It's probably a parent's worst nightmare for their child to end up at a trauma center like this one. But for an 18-year-old, his road to recovery has
just wasn't paying attention, ran across the street.
Jake Reynolds was hit by a
out.
He was rushed to John C. Lincoln Trauma Center. Reynolds says he's lucky that Dr. Pritchard was on the floor that day.
His face was pretty devastated. This area along his face, all of the bone was just crushed.
Reynolds has already had more than 3 reconstructive surgeries using metal plates and screws, and he has 1 more to go. It will be the first of its kind using 3D printing technology from a CAT scan.
The 3D technology came out, and we started using mirror images of the opposite side of the skull, and then a mirror image implant can be developed to fit exactly, as you can see, in that bony defect.
And Reynolds is thankful his doctor is up to date with the latest technology.
There's just tons out there for me, and if this was to happen, I don't know, 20 years ago, and it's just 20 years, and I'm sure I would not look nearly as good as I do now.
And the final surgery is scheduled for June, and Dr. Pritchard believes once other doctors see the positive results, this 3D printing technology will just become another popular tool in the medical field. Here in Phoenix, I'm Lauren Michaels, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS.
We'll find out what happened to all that El Nino powered rain we were supposed to get this week. Andy Biggs, Rising.
I'm Gwen Eiffel on the next News Hour. Analysis of the Republican caucus voting in Nevada and what's next in the race for the White House. That's Wednesday on the PBS News Hour.
That's it for Cronkite News Tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Go to cronkitenews.ezpbs.org.